Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go over Zbrush and some basics and just kind of maybe help you guys get it set up and maybe understand a little bit more about it. This screen right here is the screen that you're going to get once you open the application, and except for these models here, these are mine, so you're going to be getting the ones that are defaulted for the guys at Pixelogic. It's like a soldier and a rhino and some other things. So unless you're going to be using anything down here, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and just press other, and this loads up the basic Zbrush window here. And I can kind of tell you a little bit about this. It's basically like a canvas in anything like Maya or Photoshop, anything like that. And you got tool palettes on the side that you can collapse by clicking these things here. I only work with this one open, but you can have all three of them open at the same time if you wanted to do that. Over here is literally the tool palette, and what you work with in Zbrush are tools. So what you would consider a model is really a tool in Zbrush, and that's what you're going to be drawing out. So I'll go ahead and load in a tool that I have. I'll just load in one that you guys will have too. It's called the Demo Soldier. You guys can load that up. You're going to drag it out onto your canvas. I just clicked and drug, and you're going to let go. Now, typically when I first started Zbrush, you think, oh, okay, like in Maya, that's cool. I'm just going to click out here and drag again. No. But no, you're going to drag more of these tools out because you're not in edit mode up here. So unless this is the look you're going for, you're going to be like, oh gosh, what do I do? Well, you just hit T, which puts you in edit mode, and then you hit Control N, which clears the canvas to the last tool that you used. So I'll go ahead and hit it again, and it'll clear it completely. So I'll drag him out, and a quick thing, if you hold down Shift while you're doing that, it'll snap into these, like 180, 45, and 90 degree angles, so that you can kind of straighten them out a little bit. And then let go. Hit Edit. Alright, with our tool on the canvas here, now I'll kind of show you a little bit more about how to work with the tool on the canvas, and to tumble him or rotate, however you want to say it, it's just clicking off in the distance and dragging it around. Just a quick thing, if you are so close in on something that there is no distance really to be clicked on, like in this case, you can click in the gray area here and zoom out or rotate around, whatever you want to do. So I'm moving by holding down Alt and clicking and dragging. That kind of pans him around. And I am zooming in. This one's kind of hard to get used to, but becomes second nature if you practice. Zooming in and out is you hold down Alt, you click, you let go of Alt, and while clicked you move your mouse up, down, side, side, whatever. And that's how you zoom in and out. If you don't want to have to get used to those, you can go over here. These are the same controls here. Move, scale, and rotate. That is how you kind of move your tools around the canvas. Now to show you a little bit more just about the sculpting and some of the brushes. I'll go ahead and switch to a polysphere here. Couple things. If you want to see the frame, or the poly frame on whatever tool or object you're working on, you just click frame over here, and that displays what kind of polys you're working with. And just quickly, these over here are all options for whatever tool you are working with. So geometry, for instance, shows you the subdivision or SDiv levels of whatever object you're working with, whatever tool. So if I go ahead and divide that a couple more times, I get up into the 5th level of subdivision, which is probably a few million polygons, just to give you an idea. So we'll go ahead and just do a couple of sculpts on here just to show you kind of basics with the standard brush right here. If you notice, when you just click and drag on the surface, it is pulling polygons to make this shape or whatever you're doing. And that's just, again, clicking on the surface and dragging. Or you can click on the surface and pull out pixels even further. To push them in with the standard brush, you hold Alt down, and that pushes them in, subtracts, and that's a lot of what sculpting's about. The other handy key is Shift. Shift, well, you'll notice it turns my my cursor here red, or I'm sorry, blue, and it's not so noticeable right here, but over here you'll notice when I hold down Shift, it is smoothing out this hard edge that I had created. And just with that alone, you can tell you can do a lot just with those few little things. The other thing that's really interesting to know is symmetry. And to activate symmetry, you go to Transform and activate symmetry. Default is across the x-axis, which is right here. Notice now things are happening on both sides. Alright, so in my next tutorial, what I'll kind of go over and cover briefly is just modeling a human skull. That's kind of what I learned my first time when I was getting an intro to Zbrush. It's kind of just a real familiar model for us, a real familiar object, and it's pretty easy to do just in a sculpting fashion. And we can go over that, and I'll show you some more of the brushes, maybe work with alphas a little bit, and I'll teach you basically a little bit more about the modeling power of Zbrush 3.1.